Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show, training our horses and miniature cows in ranch versatility. Penning Rusty and Susie, our bull and heifer. Roping Rusty with Morgan horse, Semi. Training Eve to drive cart. Training Eve to work over her haunches with a motor cow simulator. Training Eve to lay down. Training Eve to harness, pull a log. Training Semi to harness, pull a log on turf. Liberty jumping to music with our horses who are our partners. Training Eve on a cow roping simulator. Training on our driveway, which is covered by sand, so we have a straight track. Stepping over poles, jumping over crossbar jumps. Training in our trail obstacles course. Sadie doing obstacles without rein control. Training miniature zebu bull Rusty to pull an implement. Here we investigate the use of the stabilizer twitch on Sadie.
Hi, I'm Sonia Sokol, the Urban Cowgirl, and here's Sadie with my helper who loves to work with Sadie, Alexis. We are working with Sadie today on getting her to be more compliant when it's time for vaccinations. She was not a good little girl a couple weeks ago when the vet was here. She was hard to twitch with the traditional nose twitch. So I found my twitch called the stabilizer, and we're seeing if that works on her. The stabilizer, that's STABLEIZER, phone number 507-256-7738. If you do a Google search on the stabilizer twitch, you'll find the website that describes the testimonials and the how-tos. So we're trying it today. It is in her mouth. Ooh, under her lip. It appears that her endorphins are working. The other nose twitch hardly worked at all. So look at that. Her head is down, her eyes are closed, and according to the stabilizer website, you can keep the stabilizer active for a much longer time than you can the nose twitch. Now she's practically asleep. I'm going to go get the nail.
After this.
The stabilizer is good for a lot of tasks that you're trying to do with a horse in training, including trailer loading. Because you can leave it on like this without having to hold on to it. It's not going to get hung up on things. It's easy to adjust. This little red plastic tab squeezes in and comes up and down this rope. And boy, she sure looks asleep. Like her endorphins are working. I'm going to get a nail. And how about this? Would you just walk her around with it? Let's see. She should be able to do things.
Okay. Oh. Shh. don't know what to do now.
Okay, I brought my nail, which is my simulated syringe. And I'm showing it to her, but she's asleep. So she didn't really see it. But I'm just going to see. I'm going to tap her here on the left of her neck, which is where that a couple weeks ago anyway gave most of the vaccinations. Now let's see. She's certainly aware of the feeling. I'm just tapping. Now she says, oh, there's something funny feeling on my left neck. Okay, and now she's licking and trying to figure out what's in her mouth. And what is in her mouth actually is a plastic-coated rope that is under her lip. And that is where the pressure points that work for these endorphin releases, where they are. And this particular type of twitch was designed so that it could be placed behind the ears, and you can actually train the horse to do a lot of different things with it on, with no time limit, as does the nose twitch have, which shouldn't be, at least according to the websites that I went to yesterday, shouldn't be on. The nose twitch shouldn't be on for more than about 15 minutes. All right, now I'm showing her the nail. It's a nail about as long as my hand is when it's wide open. Okay, and she looks very endorphin-y. I made that word up. Okay, all right. Now, could the vet, who's a stranger to her, only sees her once every few months, could she stand here, put her needle in, and then give the vaccinations? Well, we'll see. And I hope that you'll see, because I hope I'll have a chance to video that appointment. That's all for today on Sadie and the Stabilizer Twitch. And if you have any questions, Sonia at thesokolos.com, or better yet, just go right to the Stabilizer website. Well, we're going to do some groundwork with Sadie now. And we've got a 12-foot yacht rope lead line with a quick release under the halter, the rope halter. And I'm going to be showing Alexis how to work with Sadie doing groundwork in the future. So I'm asking Sadie with a windshield wiper motion to back. Good, good. Had I not, whoop, back, there, good. Immediate release of pressure when I get the response I want. Woo. There are other ways to ask for back, a little bit more obvious. Good, good. And then, especially if you have a heavy yacht rope type of line or cotton, the wiggle. Good. And my horses have been trained to respond to all of those pressures. Now I'm going to ask her to point, lift my hand for a visual block, walk around me. Staying out of strike zone for safety. Good. And jog. I use and for the upward transition. And steady or easy for downward transition. And jog. She was about to come in, so I just lifted my arms. I became big. But when she's giving me the right answer, my cues stop. Right then she misunderstood. I think I confused her. Let me see if I can back her up again. Back. Without too much request. Let me see if she's giving me her attention. I want 2 eyes. I have it. Her ears are alert. I'm going to point and lift my arm extension here, my left hand, at the same moment. And I want her to go in a circle out, not toward me. Good, good. Now, I did use my arm extension to apply a little pressure at the shoulder there because she was a little bit close to me. Be aware, though, that when you do that kind of tapping, you might get a reaction like a kick. Good. Ooh. Kind of crouch a little bit, look at her, and if she doesn't come into my hula hoop space and she's almost at the border, we're okay. And she is licking her lips. All right, now we won't go to the canter just yet. We'll have Alexis try this. You can leave all of those tools there. We've got a 22-foot line, which we may use next. We've got lunge whips. We've got some driving lines, each 22 foot, and we'll see what we can get to today. Now, sometimes a lunge is a little bit more complicated than most people think. You need to get the message very clear, and you need to do it safely. Now, let's see. It's almost by the second. To get an A+ next time or soon, we want her to stay in the circle. That's it. That's it. But be careful. If you tap her like that on the shoulder, if she's a little tight, she might say whoopee and kick her legs. Okay, left hand up. Left hand up.
Like that?
Yeah, you're going to be big. You're telling her with your body, with your position. And you're trying not to make her back you up. Okay, now she's going kind of acceptably. Put your hand down. So there is a distinction between, right, there's a little bit confusion between the right answer and the next request. Now, let's give her a little energy, like, you say, and, in a nice loud voice, and tell her to jog.
And jog. And jog.
Now, she's likely to kick up now. If you're going to tap her on the hip, you might want a longer arm extension than that.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I can give you a lunge whip here, and you can maybe make a little whipping sound, something to make her realize you want that transition in the same direction.
Back.
Let me give you this. Let's see if that works. A whole variety of training tools here. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Try to give her the whole 12 foot of the line as soon as you can. And then use your energy. Say, and jog.
And jog.
She starts coming into you, wiggle that lunge whip at her shoulder on the ground. So she realizes, no, that's and not jog. What you want.
And jog.
And it's okay if you walk around and have her lunge around you. It's just that you don't want her pushing you around. There you go. There we got a little bit of energy. Good. And you know, 2-3 times around in any one direction is usually enough. But remember now to think about getting 2 eyes.
Okay, and what's your cue to stop her?
Whoa, that's the little Sadie that I remember when she was 2 years old. She does that, have that in her, even though she's 3 years old. My cue to stop her is to bend my body a little bit to my right, to your right, and ask her to whoa. Okay, now watch the line in front of you. You see it's on the ground. Yeah. Let me show you another couple ways to choose to back her. Ways that, you know, you use one technique or the other. Let's say I'm standing here and I want her to back, and she's not being real responsive. I call it the penguin. Back, 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 back. Then I can use the back, the heavier part of my lunge whip, to tap her in the chest. And look at her lips. Good body language. Good. Why don't you stand right now, we're using a 12-foot yacht rope lead line and a lunge whip. Not that we're going to whip her. It's more of an arm extension. And Alexis wants to be able to walk around with Sadie, but she doesn't want Sadie pushing her around. So we have to keep making that distinction. That's it. Good. Good. Now you got it. You got some energy. And then if she's doing it, try to put your hand down. If she immediately stops doing it, then you'll have to lift it again. Yeah, have your voice cues continue to ask her. Good girl. Either a tap at the shoulder or a big wiggle, like your whole arm wiggles, not just your wrist.
Okay.
Good, Sadie. Give her praise. 2-3 times around. Remove the pressure. Ask her to give you respect.
And
turn towards you. And back up immediately.
Back.
Remember the penguin back up too. They really do pay attention to that. They see these arms come up like a penguin. They say, whoa, I better get away from that. All right, now, do you want to try a 22-foot line? 22-foot line while you're farther away is a little bit more challenging. Let's see what we're in for. We'll know what we want to practice in the future. This is a 22-foot yacht rope lead line. So what does that mean? It means your horse can lunge farther away from you. However, it also means there's a lot more line to worry about. If you'll take that. And what do I mean worry about? Well, you see, I've got about 10 extra feet here, if I'm only out about 12 feet, like I was with the 12-foot line, that may be on the ground. And if you have an unruly horse and you're not watching where your legs are, what very well could happen is you get wrapped up in that tail that's on the ground. And that can be very dangerous for me to tell her what I want. Now I'm going to pick up this tail, but I'm not going to wrap it around my hands, because if a horse runs with you, you want to be able to drop it. Safety's always number one. All right, now I'm going to very clearly point and watch at the same time that I ask with my arm cues. I'm going to ask with my voice, with a lot of energy. And trot. Sadie learned how to jump over some of these things and step over, so I want her to know where her feet are. Good. Good. I'm out about 14 feet now. I'm going to wiggle a little bit here, make sure she stays out. Keep the rope from getting in front of her feet. Woo. Crouch my body. Whoa. Don't want her to come in too soon. Wait. Make sure she's focusing on me. And she is. Do you want to try it, Alexis?
Sure.
When you're lunging like this and all it goes well, it looks very, very easy. But when things start going badly, if you're not very, very timely, it's a matter of time, being able to respond quickly, it can get inappropriate very quickly. She's waiting for Alexis. Sadie's waiting for Alexis's cue. Good. Good, Sadie. And she's going in the right direction now. Put your hand down unless you get the inclination that she's going to come back in.
I see. Okay.
And she's doing a nice walk. That's good. Watch the rope in front of her. See, she turned. She didn't understand. Let's. I think what you want to do is crouch and get her to turn to you. Give you attention again. Watch the rope that's in front of you. That's it.
Back.
Good. Now get her focus and go back in the same direction that she messed up on. She gave you the wrong answer. Same direction. She needs to stop on a good note. She just got distracted. A car drove up here behind us. But okay, give her a moment. It's her nature to want to check out sounds that are unusual.
And trot.
Good. Hand down, right hand down when she's doing it. Good. Good. Okay, bring her in. There. Now make her back.
Back. Back.
Good. Visual. Right. Wiggle. Whatever works. She's licking her lips. She's understanding. All right. Now there's one more thing we want to do today, if you feel like you can practice this on your own in the future, and that is we just want to see. It's been a long, long time since I've done any ground driving at all with Sadie. So let's see what happens with the ground driving lines. These are just some yellow heavy nylon ropes that I made sure they were about 22 foot long. You can, very you can long. Put the, all right. Okay, now I've got the ground driving lines on Sadie, and I do have Alexis at her head because I haven't done ground driving with Sadie in a long time. And it's a very important exercise. I've got my 22-foot lines on through the stirrups, onto the O-ring snaffle, and I'm going to use Alexis as a join-up as well as a lead line person if necessary. You walk, and while you walk, you choose the direction. If you're going to the right, I'm going to tug a little bit with my right rein, just ever so slightly. You see, she feels the ropes. That's another thing. We need to keep desensitizing our horses and our cows to that feeling on their hips, on the backs of their legs. So today, really what I'm doing is I'm just desensitizing her to the ground driving lines. So you walk with her out toward the south fence there, and I'm giving a little bit of direct rein with my right hand. Let's use the words G and ha because she knows that from her log pull and cart work. Good. Step up, Sadie. Good. Step up means go straight. G. So I'm tugging a little bit with my right line. Good girl, Sadie. G. There's a right hand turn. Good. G. Very nice, Sadie. Let's give her a ha somewhere, wherever you're comfortable. Ha. Little bit of tug with the left rein. Good. But I'm letting the right rein hit the back thigh. You see that? Yeah. A little bit of concern there, but she needs to learn not to mind those feelings. Good girl. Let's ha out of there.
What does ha mean?
Ha means left. Ha. Good. I want her to watch where her feet are, so it's okay to ask her to go over all these obstacles. Ha. And I don't apply a regular steady pressure, just a tug. Step up, Sadie. Step up. Let's do a figure 8 right here. So let's go into the bulb of the figure 8. Good girl. I'm letting the right rope touch her leg. Ha, Sadie. Decide where you're going to cross to make the other bulb of the figure 8. Ha, Sadie, ha. No pressure until I ask for. Okay, now we're going to go G, correct? Okay, G, Sadie. Very nice. Now you see, eventually we're going to do this without a lead line person, without a join up. Okay, now I'm going to stop her. Sadie, whoa. Little bit of a tug, just ever so slightly. Now I'm going to ask for a back. We'll see if I can get a straight back. Back, little zigzag, back. Whoa. Very nice. Good girl. Reward. All right, we're going to step up and go towards the camera, and then we'll switch roles. Okay. Step up, Sadie. Step up, G. Step up, G. Good. Step up, G. Steady. Whoa. Let's try another back. Sadie, back. A little bit of a tug. Back. Good. Nice back. Whoa. Very nice. All right. Now, I'm going to swing this rope. Notice one thing, by the way. This rope is 22 foot long. So again, we have tail on the ground. Very important to always be aware of where that tail is. Pick it up if you're having trouble keeping awareness. Okay. Now I'm going to swing this rope over her back. She may find a problem with that. Let's see. No, she's okay on it. She's had quite a bit of rope desensitization. Okay, I'm going to let you take the lines.
I don't think I've done this before, so.
Right. Alexis has never done ground driving, so I'm going to lead her like you let her. Go way in the back, far enough back so that you aren't in kick zone. Watch your tail so that you don't get wrapped up in it in case she gets riled up by something. But she's looking real calm. And I'll say the step up G, step up ha, etc. And you just give the cues with your ground driving lines.
Okay, and remind me, what's G and ha?
G is
left.
right, her right,
G is right.
her right, and her left is ha.
Okay.
And those are traditional words that we use in this country anyway for log pull, cart driving, and any kind of pull activity, farm implement pulling. Good girl. She's not riled up at all right now. Step up, Sadie. Step up. Good girl. Now I'm staying off to her side a little bit in case something does scare her. Step up, G. Step up, G. Good. Step up, G. And when I say G, you just tug a little bit so she understands when she feels that ever so slight tug on her right side of her mouth that means go to that side and give you a little bit of flexion to that side. Again, just like in saddle, flexion is very important. Step up, G. Good. Good. Loose line here. She's pretty much just joining up with me. Step up, G. I'm going to make a sharp right turn here. Step up, G. Good girl, Sadie. Now, right when I get past these square posts, I'm going to step up. Ha! Ha! Good girl. No lead line tug at all. She's just following me, joining up, and feeling the ground driving lines. Now I'm going to go to her other side. Step up, ha! Ha, Sadie. We need to be able to do this from both sides. Good. We're going to walk up to the camera. She's being very good, and she's joining up with me. Sadie, ho! Nice, ho. Now let's back her up a step or two. Back. 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 Good girl, Sadie. Let's go up a few steps again. Step up, Sadie. Step up. Good, good. Yeah, that helped. That little cue from the back that Alexis was giving. Ho! Very nice, Sadie. We're going to go back. Sadie, back. Back. I'm not pulling at all with this lead line. She's just joining up with me and following our cues. And she's had her first ground driving lesson in a long time, and actually her first lesson with Alexis. And she's going to continue to do some work from the ground. And in between, Alexis will be doing some work from the saddle, flexion especially, and collection. And we'll show you Sadie's progress as we proceed.
Shadrack Stables at Midmore Farms. Sadie and Eve. Sammy. Rusty and Susie. www.thesocolos.com